Standard equation of parabola. Standard equation of parabola means we have to fix focus at a comma 0 and we take directrix. Directrix is line, that is x plus a is equal to 0. We take like this. By taking like this, we get one equation. That parabola equation we are referring to as standard equation of parabola. All right. First of all, let me discuss the case when a is greater than 0. Okay. Before I draw it, let's first write equation of parabola. What is the equation of parabola? Form 1 we studied, right? What is form 1? X minus x coordinate of focus square plus y minus y coordinate of focus square is equal to directrix expression square divided by x quotient square plus y quotient square. So that means we get x minus a whole square plus y square is equal to x plus a whole square. So y square is equal to x plus a whole square minus x minus a whole square. Expand this x square a square. Here also x square a square will come. They get cancelled. So y square is equal to 2ax minus 2x. So what is equation? Y square is equal to 4x. So this we are calling it as standard equation of parabola. So if someone asks, okay, this is parabola now, where is its focus? Immediately what should be said? Focus is at a comma 0. What about directrix? X plus a is equal to 0. For this parabola, find what is focus and what is directrix. What is focus? Compare this with y square is equal to 4ax. So that means 4a is 32. So a value is 8. So focus is a comma 0, 8 comma 0. What about directrix? X plus 8 is equal to 0. Right? What if I have something like this? Y square is equal to minus 4x. For this, what would be focus and what would be directrix? So this is in the form of y square is equal to 4ax. 4a is minus 4. That means a value is minus 1. Focus is minus 1 comma 0. And what is directrix? X plus minus 1 is equal to 0. That implies x minus 1 is equal to 0. Alright. So if I give equation in this form, y square is equal to 4x. So y square is equal to something into x. If we notice, that means immediately we have to understand this is what? This is a parabola. Okay. For this, we know how to find directrix and focus right now. Now I'll try to attempt introducing some terms. Okay. And before that, let me try sketching y square is equal to 4x roughly. Y square is equal to 4x. A value more than 0. I'm taking a value more than 0. A value less than 0, I'll do separately. Now what is focus? See, x plus a is equal to 0. Will it be horizontal line or vertical line? So x plus x is equal to minus a. So that means definitely this is which line? In the form of x equal to constant. So it is vertical lines. All right. So I have directrix. Directrix is a vertical line now. X equal to minus a. Since I said a greater than 0, for this complete discussion, in your mind, you take a as 3. Okay. So imagine this as x equal to minus 3. It will be easy for you. A is positive, no? So you take it as x, a value as 3. So this is like x equal to minus 3. Okay. So I have focus here. That is a comma 0. All right. Now what is this particular line? Okay, I'm doing one thing. Let me draw a line perpendicular to focus and passing through directrix. Okay, this line will intersect directrix on one point. I'm calling it as S. Sorry, F. I'm calling it as F. its midpoint is there, right? Okay, midpoint, let me call it as V. Now, does V lie on the parabola or not? I'm saying V is midpoint of Fs. That means V to S distance, if it is 5, V to F distance is also 5. That means from V to focus, whatever distance is there, V to directrix also we have same distance. That means V must lie on the parabola. All right. Similarly, okay, here there might be one point like this, 6 units, 6 units. Here there might be another point, 6 units, 6 units. Okay, so if I draw the parabola here, it is going to look like this. Okay, drawing parabola like this. All right. Since you have completed the functions chapter, in this equation, in place of y, if I put minus y, equation remains changed or unchanged. In place of y, you put minus y. Equation is remaining unchanged. Whenever in place of y, if you put minus y, equation is not changed. That means what we have to understand. Graph is symmetrical with respect to
x-axis.
x-axis. So same thing is happening. Here in place of y, even if I put minus y, I'm going to get the same equation. That means that's why the graph is symmetrical with respect to x-axis. All right. Since graph is symmetrical with respect to this line, it is called line of symmetry. Okay. Suppose if I say, okay, we have parabola like this, then line of symmetry will be like this. Means parabola is symmetrical with respect to line. What is other name for line of symmetry? That is axis. Axis is other name for line of symmetry. How to get line of symmetry? Line joining or line passing through focus and perpendicular to directrix. So we understood what is axis. Where this axis of the parabola is intersecting parabola, that is called vertex. Okay. Suppose you have parabola like this, axis would be like this. Where it is intersecting parabola, that is called vertex. Okay. So where is vertex here? This form. This would be vertex. Very good. 0, 0. All right. Here we are getting there. Okay. Where this is directrix, this is focus. Line through focus perpendicular to directrix. This is axis. Axis also called line of symmetry. Okay. Where axis intersects directrix, that is called foot of the directrix. Here, axis is intersecting directrix at this point. This is called foot of directrix. So, three things I have explained. What is axis? Axis line of symmetry. How to find axis equation? Perpendicular to directrix and passing through focus. Second thing, where axis intersects directrix, that is called foot of directrix. This is directrix. Where parabola intersect axis, that is vertex. All right. Vertex, focus, axis. These things we have discussed. Now tell me what is axis equation in this case. This is vertical line, perpendicular to vertical line. Equation will be in which form? Y is equal to constant. Okay. And this constant value should be what? Because it is passing through a comma 0. This should satisfy this equation. 0 is equal to constant. That means constant value is 0. So this line equation is y is equal to 0. Right? So axis is y is equal to 0. Can you tell me foot of directrix? The point of intersection of directrix and axis.
Minus a comma 0.
Minus a comma 0. Okay. What is vertex? Vertex to focus distance. Vertex is on parabola, right? Vertex to focus distance. That means this distance. And vertex to foot of directrix distance are same. That means vertex coordinates would be 0, 0. Here in this case. All right. And what is tangent to vertex? So tangent at vertex. tangent at vertex is of course, the name itself suggests
X equals to 0.
that is the line perpendicular to axis, and passing through the vertex. So, what would be its equation? X equal to 0. Okay, now you must be understanding why I have taken x square focus at a comma 0 and directrix at x plus a is equal to 0. Actually, it's the other way around. No? People wanted parabola whose axis is along x-axis, whose tangent at vertex is along y-axis. Then they notice that, okay, to get axis along x-axis, tangent at vertex along y-axis, they should take focus at a comma 0 and directrix at x plus a is equal to 0. So we took focus at a comma 0, directrix at x plus a equal to 0 to get equation like this, because we want tangent at vertex along y-axis, axis along x-axis. All right. So once again, let's revise all these things. This is x plus a is equal to 0. That is directrix. There is focus here. That is a comma 0. So what is axis? Axis is line. Axis is line passing through focus and perpendicular to directrix. So what is the equation of this axis? Vertical line. Perpendicular to vertical line means it's a horizontal line. So it is y equal to constant. It should satisfy this. That means it is y is equal to 0, which is x-axis. Where this axis is intersecting directrix, that is foot of the directrix. Foot of the directrix coordinates, it should satisfy directrix equation. That means x coordinate is minus a. It should satisfy axis equation also. That means its y coordinate must be 0. We have parabola like this. So where line of axis or line of symmetry intersecting, getting intersected by the parabola, that is vertex. Vertex to focus distance, vertex to foot of directrix distance will be same. So basically vertex is very, very important point here. Vertex is midpoint of focus and foot of the directrix. This we have to remember. Okay. Terminology should be clear. Next class, when I mention foot of directrix, immediately you have to think about this point. Okay. These 3 points are very important. So vertex midpoint formula you apply for f and s. So vertex would be 0, 0. Okay. So what about tangent at vertex? Tangent at vertex would be perpendicular to axis and it will be parallel to directrix. So its equation will be in which form? The vertical line passing through 0, 0. So it will be in the form of x equal, it will be x equal to 0, which is y-axis. All right. One more thing. What is this distance? Vertex to focus distance. That is a. Distance between 0, 0 and a, 0. That is a. Vertex to foot of the directrix distance. That is also a. Because vertex is midpoint of foot of directrix and focus. What things we learned? Tangent at vertex, axis, of course, foot of directrix, vertex. This is also line of symmetry. One more thing. What I mean by chord of parabola. Chord of parabola means line segment joining any 2 points on the parabola. Okay, just like chord of circuit. All right. So 3 things now we are learning. One is we have to know what is chord. Then we should know what is focal chord. Then we should know what is double ordinate, latest rectum, length of latest rectum, ends of latest rectum. These things we should know. Chord we understand, right? So this is chord. AB is a chord of the parabola. BC is another chord of the parabola. CD is another chord of the parabola. If we have a line segment joining any 2 points on the parabola, that would be chord of the parabola. What about focal chord? Can you anticipate the definition? What would be focal chord? Equation of focal chord. Sorry, what is definition of focal chord? Focal chord means what? Chord which is passing through focus. So this is focal chord. This is focal chord. This is focal chord. So how many focal chords are possible for a parabola? Yes, how many?
Infinite.
Infinite. All right. Okay, so you understand what is focal chord. Chord passing through focus is called focal chord. What is chord? Line joining any 2 points on the parabola. What about double ordinate? What is double ordinate? Double ordinates are also chords which are perpendicular to axis. Okay, so this is a chord, right? What is specialty of the chord? It is perpendicular to axis. Perpendicular to axis, perpendicular to axis, perpendicular to axis. So these are double ordinates. These chords are double ordinates. Okay. Passing through focus, focal chord, perpendicular to axis. Those chords we call as double ordinates. Okay, what about latest rectum? Latest rectum is a chord which is focal chord also, focal chord also, focal chord as well as double ordinate. So chord which is passing through focus and perpendicular to, that is chord passing through focus and perpendicular to directrix. Okay. So chord should pass through focus, and it should be perpendicular to directrix. So this is latest rectum. How many latest rectum are there for a parabola? How many chords are there? Pass through focus perpendicular to directrix.
One.
Only one, right? Pass through focus perpendicular to axis. Sorry, not directrix, perpendicular to axis. Like this. And now, can you tell me what is the equation of the latest rectum here? What is the equation of this latest rectum?
X equals to
Yes. Here is a vertical line, so its equation should be in the form of x equal to constant. Okay, x equal to constant, but then it should satisfy this point. So x coordinate is a is equal to constant. Constant value is a. The equation of latest rectum is x equal to a. For y square is equal to 4x. Okay, this latest rectum is intersecting the parabola at 2 points. No? One, let me call it as E1. Other one is, let me call other one as E2. This E1 and E2, they are called ends of latest rectum. All right. E1, E2, they are called ends of latest rectum. And this length is there, no? This length. This E1, E2 line segment length, that is called length of latest rectum. All right. How to get E1 and E2 coordinates? I always remember like this. This is line of symmetry, intersection of parabola with line of symmetry vertex, vertex to A units left side. That will give me foot of directrix. Vertex to A units right side. That will give me focus. Okay, line perpendicular to axis and passing through focus. This is latest second. Its equation is x equal to a. Parabola equation is y square is equal to 4x. How do I get E1 and E2 coordinates? How to get E1 and E2 coordinates? To get E1,
A like
yes, your exponent should be definitely a, right? So solve x is equal to a and y square is equal to 4x because E1 and E2 has property of satisfying both this. Put x equal to a in this. Y square is equal to 4a into a. That is y square is equal to 4a square. That means y is equal to plus or minus root 4a square. So y is equal to plus or minus 2a. A is positive, I have taken now. So more y coordinate means the point is above. 2a minus 2. All right. So ends of latest sectum also we have obtained. That means can you tell me this distance? This is how much? From origin, I have moved a units, right? To get E1, to reach E1, what should be distance between S and E1? How much I should move from S to reach E1? 2a. Okay. Since this is line of symmetry, this is line of symmetry. This is how much? This is also 2a. All right. S to E1 distance 2a means S to E2 distance is also 2a. What is E1, E2 length? That is 4a. 4a is called length of lattice sector. All right. So one very, very important point here. Okay. Maybe this is the most important point in today's lecture. That is any parabola you take, this geometry will be always followed. Geometry is this. Okay. No matter how the parabola is. Okay. Let me draw properly. It will have definitely line of symmetry. This is vertex. Vertex to A units, if you move, you'll reach focus. A units. If you move A units like this, you reach foot of the directrix. From focus, you go 2A units like this, 2A above, perpendicular to axis, 2A above. Then you will reach one end of lattice sector. You go 2A below, then you reach another end of lattice sector. So this geometry you have to always remember. So basically something like this. Suppose if parabola is in this way, even if parabola is like this. Okay. Now you have to move 3 units like this to get to focus, let's say. Then 3 units like this to reach foot of the directrix. This is how many units to reach one end of lattice sector? 6 units. To reach another end, another. This is also 6 units. Okay. Whatever this length is, this is double its length. This is also double its length. If A is 10, what is length of lattice sector? If this is 10, what is length of lattice sector? 4 times A. All right, that is 40. When I say semi-lattice sectum, what I mean? That means the length is 2A. Lattice sectum means 4A, semi-lattice sectum means 2A. All right. When do we say two circles are two circles are equal? Okay. When will I say these two circles are equal? When they have same radius, right? They have this circle radius 3, this circle also radius 3. Then I will say they are equal circles. Means one circle you can take it and make it coincide with another circle, right? All right. So let me do one thing. This is one circle. Copy, paste. is another circle. Now I'm saying these two circles are equal in length because are equal because I can make one circle, move it, and coincide exactly with another circle like this. All right. Similarly, when will I say two parabolas are equal? When will I say two parabolas are equal? Two parabolas equal means the latest sectum lengths are equal. Lengths of latest sectum. Okay. If suppose I draw one parabola like this, I draw another parabola like this. Okay. You can take one parabola, rotate it, and make it coincide with another parabola exactly. If the lengths of latest sectum are equal. Okay. In simple language, two parabolas equal means lengths of latest sectum equal. Did you understand this? Actually, this latest sectum is also called mouth of parabola. See, this is latest sectum itself. Length of latest sectum is 6. Some people also use the terminology mouth of the parabola is 6. All right. Okay, let's do one example and then we'll wind up today's class. Let's take y square is equal to 8x. Let's first find focus directrix. What is focus? 4ax. 4a is 8. 4a is length of latest sectum. Okay. All right. So length of latest sectum is 4a, right? Which is 8. So what is a value? A value is 2. Focus is a comma 0. That means it is 2 comma 0. What is directrix? That is x plus a is equal to 0. That is x plus 2 is equal to 0. All right. So directrix vertical line x plus 2 is equal to 0. And what about focus? Focus is somewhere here 2 comma 0. So what is axis equation? Perpendicular to focus and passing through, perpendicular to directrix passing through focus. This is tangent at vertex. So the equation of this would be y is equal to 0. So this is foot of the directrix. Tell me what would be coordinates of foot of the directrix? X value minus 2, right? Minus 2 lies on directrix and lies on axis. That is y coordinate is 0. Its midpoint, that is vertex. Vertex coordinate would be 0 comma 0. So parabola is like this. This is 2 units. This is 2 units. That means this is focus to one end of the latest sector. Distance is 4 units. Can you tell me E1 coordinates? E1 and E2 coordinates?
2 comma 4 and 2 comma minus 4.
Very good. 2 comma 4, 2 comma minus 4. What is the equation of latest sectum? It is x equal to 2. What is tangent at vertex? That is x equal to 0. These things. All right. So with this, we'll conclude our class for today.